Good Saturday morning, even though I still have to work on Saturdays. But it is core day, so we're going to get our steps in throughout the day. And I'm no longer counting cardio steps with daily steps. So there's going to be two separate things, so that way I can get more proper calories burned. And we're going to be training abs at the fitness center today because I want to walk out in the nice sun for a little bit, which should be a lot of fun. I'm going to make my pre-workout, going to chug that down. We're going to get to the fitness center and we're going to train abs. I want to try and get more defined down there. That's why I'm separating cardio steps from counted steps and going to be more on a restrictive diet, downsizing with the carb intake and things like that, which I already started doing. Carbs are going to be more veggies and less, like wraps for tacos. Even though when I made my taco meat these last couple nights, I haven't been adding in any breads or even the keto friendly or low carb wraps. I've gotten rid of those completely. I still have the bread, mind you, but I think even with the rice cakes, I'm going to downsize on that. And if I have my powdered peanut butter, it's going to be a very small portion of it, just like a small little cup, just to satisfy that craving. And throughout the day, eat the protein. Should be fun. But anyways, let me drink my pre-workout, get to the fitness center, and let's get this ab workout started. Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't worry, the whole workout routine is not just a short I added in. I just forgot to record the other angle for this workout. But what I wanted to talk about is, when do we say our goals are fulfilled? Because it feels like there are a lot of times when we just keep moving the goalpost more and more and more, even though we did exactly what we wanted to do. And there's nothing wrong with having an initial goal and then saying, you know what, I want to push myself a little bit further. However, it feels like there are times when we all just don't know when to stop. Like we just want a little bit more, and then we want a little bit more, and then we want a little bit more, and then we want a little bit more. And is that okay? I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with wanting to push yourself even more forward in life. But at what cost? Because one thing I was thinking about is many of us don't really have truly fulfilling jobs. We have jobs that pay our bills, get our taxes done, all that fun stuff. But how fulfilled are we with our jobs? So we set up goals to be like, okay, I'm not feeling fulfilled right now where I am working. So I'm going to take a step back, evaluate, and then set a new goal so that way I can get a job where I feel more satisfied, more happy. And sometimes they won't even pay as much as the job you have now, but at least the job you have or you want gives you a smile on your face. But then, unfortunately, after we reach those moments, it still doesn't feel like we are truly satisfied. Like we have this urge to keep going and going and going. And this isn't true for everybody, obviously, but there are some of us who will get the quote-unquote dream job or that satisfying career and still not feel like we're having enough. And I think a lot of that might straight up come down to money and finances. Because this is partially inspired by Coach Greg. He was talking about the curse of money, or a book. I think that's what the book was called. And they say that there's no such thing as, or in layman's terms, you will never feel like you have enough money, even if you're making in millions and millions of dollars. You always feel like you want to get to the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. And that's just kind of sad, because are you truly living a happy life if you're saying, I still don't have enough, when you clearly have enough? And for some people, you know what? I have to give a caveat. The satisfaction in life is to always feel like you are progressing. And that is 100% okay. But because for them, that is their satisfaction, is I'm still progressing throughout life, and you keep moving forward. But then how many people are making millions and millions of dollars, but their goal isn't so much, I want to consistently feel like I'm progressing, their thought process is, I feel like I do not have enough. Because for me personally, my goal in life is to have my own property, either in the mountains or a barn or just a house kind of just on its own with a private gym. That is my goal in life. And this is something where I'm saying that now because who knows if I ever do become a successful actor or model, I'll just have the thing of like, oh my gosh, I'm still not making enough. 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 Even though I already have the house I want, I have the family, I have the private gym, having all of that. And my brain is still telling me, oh no, you're still not good enough. You're still not good enough. You're still not good enough. And that's something I'm thinking about too. Will I have that curse? Or will I actually feel satisfied when I achieve what I say I want to achieve? Because that goalpost has to end somewhere. I think putting cement where you place that goalpost will help a lot. Because a lot of the time it feels like our goalposts are more built in sand and not in rock. And in sand, it washes away quickly, where if you put your goalpost on a rock or build in concrete in this case, because, if it's just on a rock, it's probably going to fall over. But if you build your goalpost and you set it down in a strong concrete, you'll say, okay, I am satisfied with my life. I don't need to stress out anymore. And I think people have issues with that. One of my favorite bands of all time is Van Halen, and I love Sammy Hagar's take on Van Halen. David Lee Roth's cool too, so don't yell at me. But Sammy Hagar, they did that MTV Cribs thing, and he was saying, I have this gorgeous life. I have the mansion. What else do you need? And I watched that and I said, yeah, that's what I think about when I see a celebrity achieving great success. When you have the house, he has the wife, he has the celebrity status, he has one of the best songs of all time, Dreams, which is actually my favorite song ever written. And I wish more people had that mindset. And that is the ab workout. Now I actually got to shower real quick, but first I think I'm going to have some eggs and get dressed, or eat eggs, shower, get dressed, run to the store real quick just to get some food that I can eat later for supper, and then go to work because still got to work weekends because that grind can never stop. Anyway, that was a fun core workout. I can't wait to eat these eggs, or drink them in my case, because I don't have enough time to actually cook them. So we're going to be drinking some eggs real quick, old school style, and then we're going to work our 9 to 5 today. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. And now we are done with work, and as you can see, I still got sunscreen all over my face because I have to work outside a lot. Boy, howdy, do I miss the days when I didn't have to work on weekends, but things happen when you get laid off from your job. Anyway, today was pretty hectic. A lot of driving around, a lot of no backup, then a lot of good backup, and then things managed to steady out. There was moments where I was getting more frustrated than I'd like to admit, but they resolved themselves. So that's a reminder to always try to stay on the up and up, because you never know how things might just be turn around and become better. I mean, obviously we're humans and we have emotions, so if things go wrong and we get upset about it, then obviously we have those reactions, and that's just gonna happen. By the way, Jerky is chowing down on her food right now. She really likes these canned foods I'm getting her. Anyway, what was something I wanted to talk about? And I wanted to talk about what actually made me love musicals, because if you meet me and you probably wouldn't assume that I'm into musicals that much, but I actually grew up as a choir student, and so I've always loved singing. I used to play bass. I kind of just stopped playing it because the band I was in, they wound up adopting a bass player, and then I stopped learning how to play bass. I wanted to focus more on vocals, and then that all fell apart, and now I'm here. But anyway, by the way, I did sign up for singing lessons again because I want to get my power back. That'd be awesome. I can still do my death growls like it's nothing, but my more standard singing, I have to break through that confidence in order to make myself get out there again. And we'll see if anything fun can happen with that. But what actually made me love musicals? And you're not going to believe this. It wasn't the fact that I was a choir kid. And I did actually watch Grease when I was pretty young, and I liked it, but it didn't make me love musicals. No. What made me love musicals was that movie, Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Yes, that is what kickstarted my love of musicals. And I know what a lot of people are thinking. It was like, Dolby, that's a movie about zombie chickens. How can it make you love musicals? Easy. Because it's a musical movie, and it is awesome. And I loved every second of it, and maybe just go, you know what, musicals are actually pretty fun. Then you go down the rabbit hole. You find Singing in the Rain, which is my second favorite musical, by the way. Because Poultrygeist is absolutely a musical. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because Poultrygeist is a masterpiece. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I love Poultrygeist. Poultrygeist is the coolest thing ever. But Singing in the Rain is my second favorite musical. It's a lot of fun. That's like my go-to cheer-up movie. And like, I know a lot of Disney movies are considered musicals, but I consider them their own separate thing, if that makes any sense. It's not a bad thing. But when I'm thinking of musicals, I'm thinking Singing in the Rain, West Side Story, Sound of Music, stuff like that. And now Wicked. And one thing that's actually pretty cool is I didn't know they had this, but they actually released the SpongeBob musical on Blu-ray. So I might have to pick that up so I can watch it, because I heard that's spectacular. I actually really wanted to see the Spider-Man musical, but I don't think they ever released it. And here's the thing, I actually liked the Cats stage play a lot. My one friend had a DVD of that. I didn't watch it through that, but I did wind up watching it because just by extension, I was curious, and obviously they had the movie come out. And I liked it a lot. It was actually pretty cool. The Lion King, the stage performance, obviously The Lion King, the animated movie, is a masterpiece. It's probably one of Disney's best films. And there's also another horror comedy musical called Anna and the Apocalypse. That's another one I love a lot. If you haven't seen that one yet, definitely check it out. It's a Christmas movie, by the way, so watch it during that time. It really fits the season. And Sing Street. I talked about Sing Street already, but man, that director, he makes great musicals. That's like his thing. And if you can track down his 3 big ones, I can't remember the names of all of them, but if you need to watch one, watch Sing Street. I think the other one's called Begin Again. I'll have to double check that. If not, just look up Sing Street, click on the director, and you'll find these movies. Also, La La Land. That's one of the ones I have to watch. I'm going to. I also loved the Hairspray remake, and I've never seen the original one. I'm a huge John Waters fan. I love John Waters, but I still haven't seen Hairspray, not the original one. I actually grabbed that, so my friend Macy and I are going to watch that. I did warn her about John Waters, by the way, don't worry. I'm making sure she doesn't watch any other of his movies. He makes great movies, but too risque for a lot of people, trust me. Man, and musicals are actually why I'm now getting another interest in singing again. Because singing and dancing is a lot of fun, at least it looks it. I was considering taking dancing classes too. Who knows how good I'd be at it. But it'd be worth a try, because especially since if I want to focus on martial arts again, it'd have to be like one or the other, because classes aren't free. But we'll see. Classes aren't free, and I don't have unlimited free time, especially with a job. That's neither here nor there. Right now, I'm focusing on finding a singing coach. I mean, I found one, but her classes are all booked out. But hopefully she has a spot open up soon. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it now. Yeah, I think I am. I still got to make supper. I still got to do my flexibility drills for the night. I gotta do searching for dancing classes, singing classes, and a new martial arts studio. I have one in mind that I want to go to, but I'm debating where I want to go. I know I said a while ago that I was going to be doing martial arts again, but I still haven't signed up for anything official yet because I'm still kind of searching around for one that has a reasonable price but still has high value training, because that's ultimately what I want. But anyway, have a good night.